Hello everyone, welcome back to the Jikook Moments channel. Have you ever seen someone who seems perfect, not because they're flawless, but because the way they embrace who they are feels so genuine and captivating? Today, we're going to talk about someone who has that kind of charm, Park Jimin. But not just that, we'll also dive into the little moments that feel the most meaningful, especially the warm dynamic between Jimin and Jungkook that's often hidden in the simplest things. Trust me, there are details you might have missed, and that's exactly where the beauty lies. From Jimin's soft yet charismatic side, to the chaotic fun of Run BTS Episode 2, to the quiet moments that speak louder than words, we'll cover it all here. Before we begin, let me share something that has been on my mind for a long time about Park Jimin. To me, Jimin is someone truly complete, not only handsome, but also elegant and refined in the way he carries himself. He radiates a charm that's hard to put into words, gentle yet strong, warm yet firm, simple yet incredibly captivating. Behind his smile, there's intelligence, empathy, and sincerity that feel real. He's not just talented, but also hardworking, dedicated, and always striving to give his best. Jimin has a kind and caring heart, with genuine concern for the people around him. He remains humble even at the peak of his popularity, and that's exactly what makes him shine even more. There's a cheerful and playful side to him, but also a mature and wise presence. He can be both comforting and inspiring. His charisma feels natural, not forced, a kind of appeal that comes from honesty and the warmth of his heart. Jimin also has remarkable courage, resilience, and passion when facing challenges, making him truly admirable. More than that, he is soulful, imaginative, and expressive. Every movement, word, and expression he shows feels alive and meaningful. There is beauty in the way he simply is himself, authentic, sincere, and full of love. For me, Jimin is not just an idol, but someone who inspires many people to become better. If you feel the same way, feel free to share your thoughts. I just hope this space remains filled with respect, without any negativity. Moving on from Jimin himself, we also can't overlook the many moments that show the warm dynamics between the members, especially in Run BTS Episode 2, which feels incredibly lively. This episode is filled with chaotic energy that becomes its main charm. Amid the laughter and casual conversations, Jungkook once again stands out without doing anything excessive. His charisma appears effortlessly, as if his presence naturally becomes the center of gravity. While the members were enjoying food and chatting, the topic of military service suddenly came up. Instead of becoming a heavy discussion, Jimin and Jungkook seemed excited talking about the possibility of going through that time together. In an instant, the previously noisy atmosphere softened, as if there was a layer of emotion hidden behind that simple conversation. Even though they weren't sitting next to each other, their connection was still very clear. Small things like brief touches, reaching hands, or simply being close without words showed that their relationship doesn't need much explanation. For them, skinship isn't just a habit. It's a silent form of communication, a way to express comfort and closeness that words can't fully capture. Their inside jokes are also an inseparable part of their dynamic. Not everyone understands what's actually funny, but they're always on the same wavelength. A single glance or a small smile is enough to trigger light but genuine laughter. In the middle of the crowd, it feels like they have their own little world, a space where only they truly understand each other. This episode also brings entertaining chaos, especially when they brainstorm ideas for Run BTS 2.0. Jungkook suggests a unique idea. Each member chooses another member and assigns them an activity that suits them. But an extra rule makes everything even more absurd. The person receiving the idea isn't allowed to speak. And that's where the chaos begins. The ideas quickly become more ridiculous. Jin suggests Jimin climb the Himalayas, Taeyong proposes Yoongi try pole dancing, and everything must be accepted without protest. This creates endless waves of laughter, showing how much they enjoy the absurdity they create themselves. Behind the laughter, there are also reflective moments. A conversation about old clothes turns into nostalgia about their early days living together. Some of them still keep old items as memories. These objects aren't just clothes. They symbolize the long journey they've gone through together. Even small gifts carry emotional meaning, although, as always, those sentimental moments quickly turn into jokes. One small moment that feels especially meaningful is when Jungkook chooses to stand near Jimin while he's busy in the kitchen. He doesn't say much, but his presence feels like a quiet, consistent form of care. As if he wants to make sure he's always ready to help if needed. Even while eating, he stays standing as if he doesn't want to miss a single moment. When he finally speaks, all right, let's do it." His half-insistent yet casual tone triggers an immediate reaction from Jimin. A mix of annoyance, amusement, and resignation is clearly visible, creating a dynamic that feels incredibly natural. Nothing is forced, everything just flows. The cooking moment is no less chaotic. Jungkook thinks the food tastes bland and keeps adding salt, while the others try to explain that the flavor will develop. Until they finally realize that the garlic hasn't been added yet. Jungkook's reaction, a mix of frustration and surrender, becomes the perfect ending to that scene. On the other hand, conversations about the future bring a deeper tone. They reflect on their career journey and realize how much has changed. But one thing remains the same: they enjoy their time the most when they're together. This sense of togetherness is also seen in moments outside official content. Hobi once uploaded a dinner video showing Jin, Jungkook, and Jimin sitting together with some production staff. At a glance, it looked simple, just a casual gathering without anything extravagant. But that's exactly where its charm lies. Moments like these are rarely seen from their own perspective. Jungkook and Jimin clearly spend time together outside official activities, but the public rarely knows the details. Their presence in the same frame is often only revealed when someone else shares it. As if, without that middle person, those moments would remain hidden. This creates a strong impression that they don't feel the need to showcase their closeness on social media. There's no urge to turn it into public consumption or part of an image. Instead, what they have feels more sincere, something that's enough for them to experience without needing validation from others. That's why, for fans, every small glimpse from a third-party perspective feels incredibly valuable. Not because there's a lot of it, but because its rarity makes each moment feel more real and intimate. If it were only up to them, perhaps all of it would remain completely private, calm, simple, and untouched by the spotlight. Of course, we all still remember the final concert in Tampa, a small moment that caught a lot of attention and became widely discussed. When Jimin delivered his closing words to fans, he said, "I love you," sincerely, full of emotion. But right after that, the camera caught Jungkook's reaction as he stood not far away. His gaze was fixed on Jimin, and if you look closely, his lips seemed to repeat the same words, "I love you." This contrast is what makes the moment so interesting. Jimin said it to the fans, while Jungkook, at almost the same time, seemed to direct it toward Jimin. A small detail easy to miss, yet because of its simplicity, it feels incredibly powerful and meaningful to many. So, what do you think? Are these small moments actually what best represent their real relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss more interesting moments on Jikook Moments. See you in the next video.